Hey guys, just a quick update. We are getting close. The auto-generating pages that are awesome. Still some quirks, but so close. Let me show you. So if I were to show you a test, right? Here's where I put a page together with some topics real quick. Keto diets, real or fad was kind of my angle, right? And I just took off of it. So all these kind of, they're just whatever I grab. But I wanted to get the images. Now, a couple of things about the images. I could align it to the right, or for the next section, align it to the left, okay? And there's nothing about natural spacing between these sections, so it's something to deal with. And then the next section, I didn't want anything. Then the next section, I think I said put an extra big image one side or the other. Somewhere I said put a large image in the page, and then I rearranged some stuff, and that's what I wound up with, okay? So it's not bad. We got little things to do with it. And it would be easy if I just went into the page right now and put my cursor here and hit enter a few times to force it to come down. That's cool. I could also cut an image, bring it up, and then paste it above a section up in here. I can create the spacing I want and put the images where I want. Piece of cake. What's a difficulty with it? It's part of its understanding of keto diet imagery is that people like to hang signs on it announcing it's keto. But then they also announce the name of their company or their plan or their program. So what have the AI generators learned from this? Keto is just a collection of letters that include K, E, T, and O, right? And it throws it on something that looks like a keto diet. And so there's like diet ideas with keto and KEI and O and God knows what. And then you have funny things like this. So the lettering it's not real wording, right? And that is the problem. I mean, the image is awesome, but the wording is not. So a couple of points to make about that. One, maybe I can generate the images by saying, don't include words, and that's fine. I'll toy with it. But here's what occurred to me. We were doing the articles in such a way that we would say, hey, here's a topic, the subtitles, and all of them said keto in them, in the titles. And then, of course, we add some keywords to keep it moving in the right direction as it writes. So then I realized this. Maybe it's putting the keto in there because of these page titles. That title. They say keto. It says keto. I thought, what if I switch it? What if I just say, is it a real diet or just a fad without the word keto? What if I go without the word keto? I just talk about, great healthy diets and stuff. So I tried again. Healthy diets, a healthy diet for sustainable energy, top 5 diets for maximum energy, but I don't say the word keto, okay? And how to maintain healthy weight and have more energy. And here's what I realized. It is still putting words in there, or letters that form what look like words, right? That's the oddity of it all. Is it still doing that? So I'm going to have to play with it a little more. But this did teach me something. It doesn't matter necessarily whether the page title or the keywords have keto in it. What we need to do when we're doing this, and I'll show you because we've really come far. Let me just proceed with what I've got. Check this out. This is so cool. So now I've got all my subsections to write out, and I can put in my keywords for this, right? Ideas for dairy-free and vegan cooking. Fine. I'm going to say like, for keywords, right? Non-dairy, comma, vegan, comma, and then I'm going to copy them down. All right, so we can see that. Check this out. Do you want an image? On the left, on the right, random, meaning left or right, or full, meaning it takes up a big chunk of the page and splits the content because it's a big image. Full really just means on its own row. So even if it were a small image, full kind of means shove all the content and just put the image here by itself. Maybe I say full. Then large is the choice, right? The assumption is you're going to want a large image on the page, like that. Like if you want it to take up a huge section of the page, then you probably want it to be large. Maybe you want it to be medium, but you don't want it to be small, really. This would look funny if it was all by itself right here, wouldn't it? Maybe. You can still choose. You could switch it from large to medium. You could switch it to small. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to go like no, or you're going to say maybe left, or you're going to say right. But then you can decide, do you want it to be a small image or a medium image? That's where I was showing. This is a small image on the left. Somewhere I got like a small image on the right, medium image on the left, right? That kind of thing. Okay, so now you get the idea from that. And that's cool because so far it's going to create the image based on the verbiage of the subtitle, which is the same thing that the writing is about. So that's cool because this is going to be used to produce paragraph or 2 or 3 or 4, but it's also going to have an image that relates to it too. Except here's the problem. If I want to put keto in here, I'll get keto in the image. And if I take keto out, maybe I lose the SEO benefit of this. So I don't want to lose the SEO benefit. If I put keto in here, who knows? I might put keto in the image. So you know what I realized? Ideas for non-vegan, vegan, keto cooking. I don't know. You know, if that's part of what I'm after. So we realize this. For the images, we need to have a separate box where we can put in the description of the image, which then we could also copy down, like the way we copied non-dairy, vegan, non-dairy, vegan, non-dairy, vegan. Well, that way we can be more exact with our image without messing with the SEO value of the subtitle. So the image might say something like dinner plate of healthy food on table in dining room. Okay? And I might even let that just go all the way down so that as people are reading through the sections, they keep seeing a totally different, really healthy plate of food on a table in a dining room all the way down. Now, do I need to? No. I could cycle between 2 or 3 kinds of images. I could use totally different images. That's fine because it still produces the recipe for the page, right? So that when we create iterations, then whether we're going through subdomains of a site or onto different sites or different subdomains of different sites, we can still have our mix and match effect. Okay? Not that it's really important. I mean, these are all AI generated images. But how awesome, right? So we're getting there. Once we get that in, then we'll just learn how to make sure that it creates the right kind of images. For now, you might be wondering, what if you still wind up with some messy images on pages? Well, that's just it. You're going to be assigning your pages, your page contents, or your articles to contents, right? So let me just show you. If I'm doing that, I can go into my testing page right here, you know, wherever that is, right? And I can say something like, let me drag this down, just, you know, give myself a little more room where I can see it better. I can see this, and I can say I want to move it, or maybe I want to move that one down, or something else up. Maybe I want to move that down. You know, I could, couldn't I? I could cut it. Before I cut it, I'm going to double click it so I can copy the URL. That way I don't have to browse the server and find it somewhere. You know, it might be in here, it might be in there. Where did I put it? Am I going to be able to see it or not? Instead of doing all that, I just copied it. Okay? And so because I copied it, now that it's highlighted blue, I can also delete it. Okay? And I can go somewhere else where I want to put the thing. Maybe I want to put it exactly like here on the right. So that's where I'm going to paste and say, yeah, give me 15, give me 15. We ought to create those as dummies so we don't have to type them in. Stick it on the right. We could even make that a default. And then there it is all of a sudden, right? And so now I can just save the page, okay? Wasn't like it was hard to deal with that stuff, right? I mean, I'm explaining it to you while I'm doing it, but doing it is really, really fast. And then that way I get my pages the way I want real quick, you know. There you go. All right. I could also take a big image like this and either resize it down, or I could even, no, I can't crop it just like that, but I can resize it down. So the point is, as you put the contents into the pages, you could also upload a bunch of other images that you generate separately from the image generator just to do it with, I don't know, 600? Okay. See? And then I'll center it. Or if I don't center it, maybe I can't center it without going to source code. I mean, I can center it. Trust me, folks. I can center it. Might have to put in a division tag to do that, though. No, it took it. Okay, fine. So it's all good. Anyway, look at that. It looks a lot better, right? Isn't that cool? And then we could put some click here, link below it to order recipes like the one above. You know, something like that. What do I know? So there's that. But then we can also, just to remind you, we can also go into image generation, say generate, and we can test a few things out, right? Healthy plate of food on table. I'm going to say healthy dinner plate of food. Oh, I could leave a plate of food. Maybe it'll do some breakfast foods on table in dining room. Right? And I might say, give me a bunch of these. You know why? Because then I can go through my pages and replace whatever those medium or large or small image stacks are, right? And this way, I've got backups. I can just upload the zip file to my server and then just, you know, drag and drop them in and then just be able to select the ones I want to check them out. Okay, I like that one. I like that one. I like that. I like that. I like that. And I like that. They all came out great. No weird words or anything, you know. I got to put a box that says check all. Because now it's going to save the ones you check mark. That's an upgrade, along with clicking to see them, right? How's that for awesome, man? That's nuts. Now, right now, they're saved in the system, and you can download them as a zip. What I want to do is different. I want to download the zip. I want these to get put onto the website in the right folder so that they're there already. The ones I check marked and saved, I want them to go in a folder where I can select one of them. That way, okay, if I come to the content and I go to the page and I say, I've got a bad image, I got to replace it with a good one, okay? Let me do this again. That's another thing I could probably do is reset the size of this to a naturally higher level, right? I might say, okay, I've got to replace this, right? I can double click, browse the server, find that image, and the image isn't here yet, right? Because we didn't have it added. So I've got to do something about that. But then the image will be in here. So what can I do with the image when it's in there? I can just double click it. Make sure I like the width. It'll be a medium-sized image, though. You know, it should be the same size and everything. And I can say, okay, get it? And so it'll be whatever it's supposed to be. It'll be the new image. And then this one, same thing. Just double-click, browse. Go find me a better image. How about that one? I don't want to go 2200 for the width. Let's go 400. Okay. Even 300. Okay, great, perfect, exactly what I wanted, right? So anyway, I think you see the point. The fact that we're getting all this stuff done, it still will need some babysitting, just naturally, but not a lot. And the decisions you make are simple. You can do it with headphones on, listening to your favorite music, you know, and you're going to get the effect you're after. And it's going to look the way you want it to. How's that for cool? All right, just letting you know, we are so close to being able to mass produce and then just a little bit of babysitting, a little bit of monitoring, and we're going to be at the top of the game. All right, guys, talk to you soon.